All right, Coach, would you like to give us your opening statement?
Sure. Excited. We got another win. Proud of how we responded in the fourth quarter. We struggled, I think, coming out of halftime, and I thought we made some big plays at the end. And obviously, Sharita had a great night. Dayla hit a huge three. There were some good plays, and I felt like we turned it on when we needed to. And one of the things that we've talked about is we got to figure out how to turn it on for a longer period of time. So I'm glad we got the win. Excited for them, and obviously we have a big game coming up on Saturday. So,
Coach, congrats on the win. We had a 5-day layover between the UVU game and tonight. Do you feel that extra rest was a big factor in the game plan for tonight?
We've had some people that have been a little under the weather, so it was nice we were able to take Monday off, which has kind of been a theme of the year. If we play Thursday, Saturday, we've had some Wednesday games, but with Thursday, Saturday, we've been able to take Mondays off, which has been nice just to give them that extra day. And I felt like we were prepared. We went through all their stuff, and we didn't play them too long ago, so I felt like it was pretty fresh in our minds. But there's some things that we could have definitely done a little better.
Coach, how crucial was the fourth quarter turnaround for the team, and what does it show about the squad and how they can finish out games at the end?
Yeah, we've had a ton of close games, and I think that's one of the great things. And I was telling my coaching staff, I think it's great that we're able to win those games, but it's also not great that we keep putting ourselves in that situation. I think we've had so many great learning experiences, with close games, down to the wire, and finishing things out. I think it says a lot about this team. I do think we can turn it on when we need to, like I said, and we can get stops when we need to, and we can score when we need to, but we just have to figure out how to put that together for a longer period of time.
Coach, you held UTRGV to 34% shooting on the night. What stood out to you the most about your team's defense tonight?
Well, it's funny because we just talked about that in the locker room. We didn't think we played great defense, so the percentages were low. I think sometimes playing here in Cedar City, obviously it's at altitude. We talk about pushing tempo so that they get tired in the third and fourth quarter, and I think that's where you see people, not shooting the ball as well, just because we are where we are, and so we have to play to our advantage here.
Coach, kind of leading off of what you said to start with your opening statement, had the lead at the half, came out, and they kind of caught fire there a little bit. What do you think they did really well, and what did you guys struggle with down that stretch?
Yeah. I thought they were physical with our posts. I thought we could have been a little, because when we played there, I thought we did a great job of getting the ball inside and scoring in the paint. We had some really nice post-to-post passes, and I thought they did a really good job of adjusting to that and really focusing on Lizzie and Meg and kind of keeping them out of the paint. I feel like we had to do a lot more work on the perimeter, scoring the ball tonight. So I think they adjusted well. They still kind of defended the screens like we thought they were going to do, but I think they did a better job of being physical with us in the post.
Yeah, and Sharita, you had a career night, 32 points, and 10 of which came in the fourth. Kind of what sparked both you and Dayla in the fourth to kind of get each other going, it seemed like?
I think the coaches talked about halftime, being more aggressive, coming off the screens quicker, or not waiting for a screen, just going to the basket. I feel like I noticed we were both a little more aggressive doing that, and I don't know, I hate to lose. I didn't want to lose.
And Coach, UTRGV after the first quarter had a 10-6 rebounding advantage, and you guys end up winning 43-35 on rebounds. What kind of changed after the first quarter for you guys to kind of take over and get back to where you usually are with rebounds?
I think, it's always something that we know rebounding is one of our 3 keys to winning every single game, and so it's always a focus. I thought they did a good job of crashing the boards. They got a lot more offensive rebounds than we would have liked for them to get, but I thought we did a good job, especially in that fourth quarter, of boxing out and making sure they didn't get the ball. Sometimes we do such a good job of boxing out, we don't do a great job of pursuing the ball, and that's something we need to continue working on. But I do think rebounding is one of the reasons we've been successful this season. It's if we look at after the game and we're ahead in the rebounding category, then we were probably pretty successful.
Dayla, one of the things that sticks out about your game is your chemistry with Sharita in that backcourt. Could you go into a little more detail about how that's developed throughout your career and particularly in this season?
I would just say coming in with Sharita being the HE, as I look up to her, so I guess that I can just trust her, and she trusts me too. And Honestly, anything I put in the air and throw, she's gonna catch. So, you know, I can rely on her. So I think the trust is like the most important thing.
All right, Coach. What successes can you take tonight into a crucial game on Saturday versus Stephen F. Austin?
Yeah, I think just the end where we buckle down and like, you know, we can see, okay, if we do these things, like we're gonna put ourselves in a good spot. You know, I think we try to do our best to be prepared for every single game, and I think that has to carry over to the game. You know, what we do in practice has to carry over, and we just have to be better at what we do in practice, and then how that carries over to the game, and making sure that we're focused on little details. And you know, Sharita said in the locker room after this game, Stephen F. Austin is good. You know, you don't get to make the mistakes that we made tonight. They're going to make you pay for that. So we have to come out and put 40 minutes together.
A question for Dayla. Dayla, tonight you played 38 minutes, and down the stretch you hit like a huge three. What do you do to stay fresh, both physically and mentally, with playing like so much basketball?
It's all mental. I'm not gonna lie. It's nothing's physical about it at all. But I don't know. I guess I just know that I need it, so I just kind of got to put it aside for a minute and you know, take one for the team, I guess. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's not physical at all. It's all mental for me.
Okay, Coach. So you had 9 blocks and 0 tonight. How important is your guys' length going to be going down the stretch?
Yeah, I mean, that's a
in the
huge
tournament?
factor. I think we do have the length where, you know, we make shots difficult or adjust shots or block shots. But I think, again, one of the things that I would like us to do is be more physical. You know, I think if we can be more physical, keep people a little bit further away from the basket. You know, it's nice to have Lizzie and Meg and Ashley when, you know, a guard needs help or whatever, and they're there and they're in great position and they can go get a block. But I think what I would like to see is us just be more physical, keep people out of the paint, you know, rather than let them go in. And I feel like there's a lot of times where they're either going to score or we're going to maybe get a block on it, but there needs to be more of a presence in the post.
And then going against like Stephen F., I know they have a 6'3" forward and a 6'4" forward, so they kind of match our length more so than other teams. What are you guys like planning for that?
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, it's going to be a physical game. I think that's the advantage they have with us. We're probably a little bit longer, but I think they're more physical than us. I think we can get up and down the court. You know, that's one of the things that we need to continue to do is like try to push the tempo. Like I said, playing here at altitude, we have to make sure that's in our favor. So pushing the tempo a little bit and making them get up and down the court. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a battle. It is.
And for Sharita and Dayla, coming back with those 9 blocks from the bigs tonight, playing against a team like UTRGV who likes to shoot from 3, how much easier does it make it for you guys to crash the 3-point line and chase them off when you know you have bigs down there that block almost anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think the bigs have definitely they found a way to use their length without getting in foul trouble, and I think it's nice. Like, you know, if you mess up or you get beat, you have the dominant bigs down there to help clean it up.
I was gonna say it definitely saved you from getting shoot out. The coach kind of forget that you got beat if Lizzie blocks, so that's perfect.
This is true.
Sharita, you went down with an injury in the 3rd quarter, and then you came back with a huge second half, obviously a brand new career high for you. What was the biggest difference for you on the court between the first half and the second half?
I just think as a team we were a lot more aggressive. I don't think Dayla shoots the ball enough. I don't think Sam shoots the ball enough. I think Dayla was super aggressive in the second half, and I think it's hard. It opens up the floor. It's hard. Like when you have someone else going at you like that, I don't think anybody can guard Dayla, and people have to worry about Sam. People have to worry about the bigs. So I just think, like I always say, I feel like it opens up the floor a lot when everybody is aggressive, playing confident.
Coach, how important is it to keep the team in a good mental state, especially when the team starts getting into foul trouble?
Yeah, it's funny because she talks about it being mental on the court. It's mental, like for me too, trying to figure out like what's going to motivate them. Do I have to get on them in this timeout, or do I have to tell them like, hey, we're good, you know, and that's part of coaching, you know. But I think I have so much trust in this group, and I think they are so much better than we've even seen, and I'm just excited for it to all. I feel like at some point it's going to all come together, and we're gonna have an amazing game where we just do what we do for a longer extended period of time, because we have all the pieces, and it's like she said, we have to have the confidence, we have to have the maturity, we have to have, the competitiveness that we all feel like Sharita did in the fourth quarter, and we need that from all 5 people on the court. So I have all the trust in the world in them.
Hi, Coach. Would you like to leave us with anything?
Cool. No, big game on Saturday. Make sure you get to the AFEC. So we're excited.